I'm from America. Lived in Luxembourg for the past couple of years. So yeah, basically today we're here because you've heard about this opportunity from one of your friends. You know, some great business opportunity from one of us. So before I let Alberto talk about this opportunity, I just want to introduce who's in this team, who's already involved in this project. Well, we have Stefan, who just joined a couple days ago. I know he sees the vision. You know, he's really pumped. He's really motivated. We got Gabriel, who also joined about 2 weeks ago, 2 weeks ago, and we did some crazy stuff to pay for his packs. He's very dedicated, very dedicated. Oliver, Gaberline. You also joined in July.
Yep.
You joined in July. You know, he's been building up some teams in Germany and Cologne, and obviously here in Maastricht, he's doing a great job. We have Joseph, first year IB student, right? Economics, my bad. First year. Anyways, you know, he's also been doing a really great job. You know, he's been building up the team in Brussels as well as here in Maastricht. We have Jakub as well, who just joined. Also has the vision, the motivation. We have Udor back there, who just arrived. You know, he's late. He was late today, but normally he's the first person here. We have Alberto, who actually introduced me to this business. Alberto talked to me about this business back in June, end of June, and you know, he got me really pumped and motivated. And when I actually understood what it was about, I was so excited. And that was all also thanks to Jeff, who's next to Alberto. Basically, Jeff is, we call him our father, the godfather. No, Jeff is the guy who started it here in Maastricht. You know, so he was the one that talked to Alberto and basically started this movement in Maastricht. And, you know, it's crazy to see all of us here now. Before it was just 3 of us, 4 of us. Now it's like at least 20. And last but not least, we have Oliver Glaser, our special guest from Germany. He's actually one of the first guys to have started this project here in Europe, in the entire Europe. So he started in Germany. When did you start? In January, right?
In January, yes.
And you know, he came with me back to Luxembourg this weekend to do some meetings like this, you know, to spread the word. And you know, he's taking time out of his busy schedule to come out here to Maastricht and to talk to you guys about this. So, you know, we're going to hear a lot from Oliver today, but firstly, I'm going to hand it over to Alberto. Basically, like I said, he's the guy who introduced me to the business. And, you know, he really motivated me to keep on going and going, even when I had some down times when I was like, man, this isn't, I was doubting myself that this wouldn't work. Alberto was always there for me, and, you know, I was always there for him. We're all here together. We're all here for each other on the team. So, Alberto, if you want to take it away.
Sure. Okay, so thank you, Kenny, for that beautiful introduction. Yeah, so as Kenny said, my name is Alberto. For those of you that don't know me, I'm studying economics. I've been doing this business since, end of June, beginning of July, more or less. And you're all here for a reason, basically because somebody actually invited you here. Mainly because they probably share the same opinion as you guys. They believe that you guys have an open mind and that this could actually really suit you. And if that's not, that could be one of the reasons. The other reason could simply be because you're their friend and they would want to share this opportunity with you guys, at least for you to be able to make the right choice, whether you like it or not, and whether you think this could work for you or not. But at least they give you the opportunity to decide about it, right? So, with that being said, most of you might have heard a bit about what this opportunity is about. Others of you might not have heard about it. So basically what we do here, we share an awesome idea, we share an awesome product, we share with our friends, we meet a lot of new people, and if we do that properly, we can actually earn some money as well. So the best thing about this opportunity is that it does not involve working a job from 9 to 5, sitting at an office behind a computer and trading your time for money, basically. Here you're not trading your time for money, you're trading your efforts for money. So if you, let's say an example, if I work at a supermarket, and I put 20% of my effort, 100% of my effort on my work, and the guy that works with me puts 20% of his effort. I'm working harder than him, but I'm still going to be paid the same amount of money as he is. So I'm still going to be paid those 9, 10 euros an hour, even though I'm working way harder than he is. That's not really fair, is it? So this opportunity really gives you the possibility to pay to be paid based on your effort. So if you treat this opportunity like a hobby, it's going to treat you like a hobby. If you treat this opportunity like a business, it's going to pay you like a business. if you treat it like $1 million business, it can literally pay you like $1 million business. Like it's not going to make you're going to understand why later on. So with that being said, we here, the Vemma family that we are, we like to see life in a different way than how society actually teaches us to see it. We kind of live in a robotic society in a way. I like to call it that way because if we look around us, everybody's actually doing the same things every single day in order to get the same output as everybody else. And I personally don't want to be getting what everybody else is getting. I want to get more than that because I consider myself and everybody else that does this with me to be able to pass above those mediocre people and be that top 3% of people in society. And society actually teaches us to live in a simple way. Basically, you're born, you're a child, you go to school, you get a degree, you get a job, you get paid, raise a family, retire, and then you die. That's basically what we're taught to live, or how we're taught to live. So there's 3 different periods of our lives if you follow that system. Basically, when you're young, when you're in your mid-30s, 40s, and when you're old. And the thing is, we have 3 different assets in our lives. There's time, there's energy, and there's money. And the problem is, in each of those 3 periods, we're always going to be lacking one of those 3. When we're young, we're energetic, we party, we get drunk all the time and everything. Then we have all the time we want, but we don't have any money. The only money we have is basically money given to us by our parents, or we're working a part-time job or something like that. But why do we get a degree? Why do we study? In order to be able to get a job and have that asset, have that money in the future. So when we become older, we're going to have that money because we're going to be working a job. Problem is, by working that job, we're not going to have any time to invest that money and energy that we have left. So what's the point of having money and energy if you don't have time to spend it at least the way you want to spend it yourself? So later on, we're going to reach a level in our lives where we're 65 more or less, when the government says that we're technically not good to be employed, and therefore we need to retire. So we get all our time back because we're not working that job anymore, but we don't have any more energy simply because we've been working our whole lives, 40 years of our lives, 40 hours a week. So the best thing about this opportunity, why I like it the most, is simply because it gives me and everybody that takes it the possibility to have money when you're young, time when you're in your mid-30s, mid-40s, and have energy when you're older. And that should be the way everybody should have the possibility to live that way. And I'm going to ask everybody in this room a couple questions. So if those questions actually apply to you, I want you guys to put your hands up. So first of all, how many of you guys here are, hey Dennis, that's Dennis by the way, he also joined us a week ago. How many of you guys here are studying for a degree or planning to study for a degree?
You need to choose.
Okay, everybody, right? Yeah, Oliver.
Sorry, my bad.
How many of you guys here have either already done an internship or are planning on doing an internship throughout your studies? Or something to improve your CV, anything, right? And how many of you guys here speak 2 languages or more? Okay. How many of you speak 3 languages or more? Most of us, right? So, what's the difference between Joseph, Oliver, Jeff, Kenny, myself, anybody here? If we all have those 3 things, what's going to differentiate me from any of you guys? What's going to differentiate any of you guys between you guys? Well, that's a very simple answer to that is your personal development, your attitude, your personality, the capacity you have into leading a team. And by leading a team, I mean being a leader and not a boss. As none of us actually like to be, let's say, boss around. Nobody likes to be told what to do. We all prefer when somebody actually tells us what to do and actually helps us do that as well. And the big difference between a leader and a boss is basically that a boss is going to tell you, okay, you guys need to do this and this and this, and a leader is going to tell you, okay, guys, let's do this all together. They're going to help you through the process. And at any point in life, whether it's when you're talking to, when you're going to go to an interview or any personal situation in your life, people like to be surrounded by other people that have positive attitudes, positive mindsets, which are basically positive people. So if I had to choose between Joseph and myself, for example, if there was somebody that was a person that was deciding to study, we have the same degree, the same grades, the same internships, and we also speak 3 languages. There's going to be just one thing that's going to make him choose Joseph over me. If Joseph is a more positive-minded person, he's, let's say, more kind, he knows how to work better in the team than I do, he's going to choose him over me. Why? Because it's not my grades, it's not my, let's say, the fact that I speak 3 languages that's going to make him choose me over him. It's going to, because he also has that as well. So if he sees that Joseph has that possibility or that capability, more to say, of leading a team, he's going to choose him over me. And with that being said, it's also there's a saying that Kenny likes a lot as well. It goes as follows: you do what they do, you say what they say, you get what they get. And I stole it from you, sorry about that. Basically, when you think about it, why are we all studying for a degree? Why are we all planning on getting a job? Because we want to get some money, okay? Why do we do that? Because we saw, for example, our parents got a degree, they got a job and now they got money. So what are we going to do? We're going to do what they did. But the problem is, nowadays, if you have a degree, you have an internship, you speak 3 languages, 20, 30 years ago, that was incredible. You would get a top job in a top firm. That was perfect. But if you do that today, if you don't even have a degree, speak 3 languages, and have an internship, you're not even going to be a mediocre person. Okay, nowadays, having a degree is just a benchmark between being employable and non-employable. And you need to have that addition that other people don't have, meaning your attitude, your positive mindset, your leadership that is going to differentiate you from all those other people that have degrees. And because that's what nowadays is the equivalent of speaking 3 languages, having a master's degree and everything 20, 30 years ago. So coming back to the saying of you do what they do, you say what they say, you get what they get. Basically, if you do what your parents did, you're going to get what your parents got, okay? Imagine you want to become a professional football player. You're not going to follow my steps because I'm clearly not a professional football player. So if you do what I did, you're not going to get what a professional football player gets. But if you follow the steps of, let's say, Messi or Cristiano Ronaldo, anybody like that, you're going to do what they did, and you're going to get what they got now, okay? So think about what you're doing every single day on a daily basis, and what you're getting on a daily basis out of what you do every single day. So if you want to get something you're not already getting, you have to change what you're doing. So imagine you want to earn an extra 400, 500 euros a month, and what you're doing right now doesn't give you 400, 500 euros a month. That means you need to change what you're doing in order to do something that is actually going to give you those 400, 500 euros a month. And with that being said, I want to bring up Kenny again. This boy he's been killing it in the business, really. I introduced him, as he said, to this opportunity, and he's going to go over a bit more his story about it, more about the products, about this company, more about what this company is exactly. And yeah, let's give it up for Kenny.
All right, so it's me again. Thank you. So basically, as Alberto said, yeah, he introduced me to this business, and when I first was introduced, I was skeptical like everyone else. I was like, okay, this is too good to be true. Like how can people my age be making from 500 euros a month to 5,000 euros a month by just talking about a product and meeting new people? So I didn't really believe it at first. I did a bunch of research. I looked up everything, and I came to an educated, conclusion. I was like, okay, I want to take this opportunity, And basically, it's crazy because, like I said, I live in Luxembourg at the moment. So during the summer, all I did was work on this business in Luxembourg. And I went from 1 person in July to now around 45 people in my team in Luxembourg, just in a matter of 3 months. And when you think of it like that, you would never guess, wow, 1 person can start a revolution somewhere, basically. You can start a movement. So basically, why did I join the business? So, I obviously finished my first year of international business. I'm in my 2nd year now. And, my first year I did really good in school. I did really well in school. I got really good grades. I was ranked in the top 50 in my course. So, going into the summer, I was like, okay, I did good grades. I have some working experience. I work with Mass Life as well. So, okay, I'm definitely going to get a good summer job to match my grades. What ended up happening was, okay, I couldn't find a job during the summer. It was really difficult, and I ended up working at the supermarket, basically working for 9 euros an hour for a month, and I hated it, And I was always questioning myself why, how was this possible? Like, I had really good grades, I worked my butt off, and I ended up in the supermarket. And, then it got me thinking, it's not, as Alberto said, it's not a guarantee that if you finish university, you're going to get a good job. I mean, I was looking at the statistics from Eurostat, and they basically said, well, the recent statistics state that youth unemployment, basically people between the ages of 18 and 25 in Europe, is around 23% at the moment. 23%, meaning that basically 1 out of 5 of us will practically finish university and not find a job. And I don't know about for you guys, but for me, that was kind of scary when I looked at that. It's basically showing that, as Alberto already said, a university degree is just a requirement nowadays. It's not even anything special. So there are other ways of making money in this economy. And basically what I want to talk about is this product, basically what we're here for today. So the company that we want to present you guys is called Vemma, Vemma, and it stands for vitamins, essential minerals, mangosteen, and aloe vera. So basically, the company was founded in 2004, and it started off with this product, basically, the Vemma shot. So this is a 2-ounce shot. It's quite small, but it's actually the world's most powerful liquid antioxidant. So each one of these shots contains 12 different vitamins, from A to E, 65 plant source minerals, mangosteen, which is actually called the superfruit, or the queen of the fruits. It comes from South Asia, and basically has a ton of antioxidants. And for people that don't know what antioxidants are, our body actually produces free radical cells. These are cells that we basically don't have control over in our body. These are cells that basically accumulate and multiply and accumulate, and form cancer, cause tumors, and cause a lot of diseases. Antioxidants, on the other hand, help prevent these free radical cells from forming. And mangosteen, that fruit, is known to have one of the highest volumes of antioxidants on this planet. So obviously it's great for your body. Then we have aloe vera. I mean, everyone's familiar with aloe vera. It's great for your skin, And obviously this shot is packed with a lot of vitamins, minerals, and everything good for your body. So now, when the company introduced this product, it was a big hit with the older generation. So a lot of older people, our parents' generation, made it a big hit in America. However, the CEO was thinking, okay, how am I going to attract the younger market segment? And he was reading an article, basically, about energy drinks. And the article said that energy drinks are the poison of our society. I mean, when you think about it, if you look at Red Bull, Rockstar, all these other energy drinks, I mean, there are a ton of bad reviews on them, how they're actually killing us instead of helping us. So, he saw a niche in the market. He said, okay, why can't I combine this Vemma formula, this 2-ounce shot, with an energy drink and create the world's healthiest energy drink? And that's exactly what Vemma did a couple of years back. So they introduced this orange can, well, the original Verve. So basically, this product, Verve, also every product by Vemma contains this 2-ounce shot. So the energy drink contains a 2-ounce shot, and obviously some caffeine, 80 milligrams of caffeine. Red Bull has 83 milligrams, for example. So just like an energy drink. However, it has all the minerals, all the vitamins, everything you need. And every time I talk to people about this, I always ask them, so do you guys actually get all your vitamins or minerals every day? I mean, how many of you actually cook proper meals a day? I don't know. Some of you, I don't know. I know I don't. For me, it consists of usually frozen pizzas and fast food. And I know I don't get my vitamins and minerals from that. So basically, I'm not saying this is a substitute for the vitamins and minerals. I'm saying this is a supplement. So basically, I'm going to eat my food, well, also throw in some vegetables and fruit from time to time, but also drink this, because I want to be healthier. And honestly, it might sound corny or cheesy, but I love waking up in the morning, and then taking a Verve, because it really gives me the energy, and I know it's healthy for me. And now, the thing is, people look at this product, and you can either see it two ways. Like, you can look at the back of this product, and you can see, okay, it contains vitamins, minerals, this is all good. You can see it as a product. However, we look at the front of this can, and we see Vemma, we see Verve, we see a business opportunity, So it really depends on your perspective, how you see things. Some people can see, oh, so all you guys do is promote energy drinks. That's what we do. But on the other hand, we look at it from a different way. We're also helping people earn some extra money on the side by sharing this product. So basically, I would like to hand it over to Oliver Glozik, who will basically talk about how this company actually works. Okay, how does it make money? The product is great, but how does it actually work? How come we never heard of this product if it's so great? So Oliver, as I already said, he was one of the first guys that started here in Europe. And back in January, he was all alone in Germany, I guess, basically. And now he has a team of over 200 people in his network, which is crazy. And just to think, Oliver, Jeff, the other Oliver, Alberto, Gabriel, myself, all the people on his team were just normal people. I mean, I'm just a normal guy. Oliver's a normal guy. You know what I mean? There's nothing special about us. You know, Oliver saw the opportunity. He took the risk. You know, that's the difference between 97% and 3% of people. The 97% of people wait for someone to do it, and then they're gonna follow the steps. Whereas the 3%, like Oliver, for example, he took that risk. He was by himself in Germany with no help, and he was like, okay, I'm gonna make this happen. It was a struggle, but you know, now he's making over 1,500 euros a month, which is great for students, you know. And yeah, I mean, I'll let him explain his story, of course. So without further ado, let's bring up Oliver.
Thank you very much, Kenny. First of all, I really want to stress how great of a job you guys are doing out here in Maastricht. You know, you guys always amaze me how you can find really time for doing like Kenny's math life, then studying, then doing Vemma on the side, and actually had a free time as well. So really a great job what you guys are doing. And what I really want to get into is how this company is actually being able to pay so much money to average people just like us. So you look at Red Bull, they spend $911 million on advertisement every single year. And then, I mean, I have to say they're doing the best advertisement, you know, the X Games, the Formula One, all the extreme sports, and it's like it's attractive for young people. You know, they're hip, they're young, and everybody, you want to definitely, you know, you see their characteristics and you want to drink it, and you see Red Bull everywhere. You go to a store and you just like automatically drink a Red Bull. So now we have very way superior product, but if people don't know about it, they're not going to buy it anyway. So really the CEO was thinking about what is the best way for me to get this product in as many hands as possible. And then, you know, you obviously have word of mouth advertisement where we do it all the time. It doesn't matter if you go to this pizza place, they have the biggest pizzas. Finally, I'm actually full after I ate something, now I'm going to tell my buddy Jeff, hey dude, there's this new pizza place here in Maastricht, you should go check it out. He goes there, he likes it, he recommends it to one of his friends as well. Now, I brought revenue to that restaurant, but I'm not getting paid for that. So that's really the way it works in Vemma. Last year they did 120 million, and 60 million, half of it is getting paid out to brand partners just like us. And you know, my personal story with Vemma really started 5 years ago when I was in the US as an exchange student, and you know, I played soccer with Jeff. I got to know Jamie, who was one of my best friends. I think even my very first profile picture on Facebook was the two of us, and I got back to Germany and always stayed in contact with him. And last year after graduation, I got there for 3 weeks and I saw him make around $800 a month, and I was thinking, wow, that's like as much as people are making part-time. And if I could do that, doing exactly the things he does, he's having fun with it, building a business which is going to continue and grow, that's going to be like really what I want. And when I got back to Germany, started working internship, really working 40 hours a week, and I realized that, you know, I have high goals and aspirations, and working 40 hours a week over 40 years of my life, it's not going to cut it. I remember last year over the summer when I was with my cousin Ani at the beach, you know, we were talking about what we want, what's on our bucket list, going to Hawaii, having a house there, and she's like, gosh, Oliver, you have a lot of stuff on there, that's going to be hard for you to accomplish. And I was like, well, if I want something different, I got to do something different. I was seeing people I knew from high school, you know, really financing their school with Vemma, making everything around between $2,000 a month up to $20,000 a month. And I was like, if they can do it, I can do it as well. And then that's really when I took the leap of faith in January when I was thinking either I could act based on fear or based on faith. So I really got to the US, figured out how this whole thing works, and then really one defining moment, I would say, in my Vemma career came at St. Patrick's Day. We were over at Luke's house drinking, pre-gaming and everything, and he was like, you want to get the Jackie out of the car? And I got to his E-class, sat down there, put in some music, and was really sitting in the car and was thinking about everything that has happened to me. And because I knew the facts on network marketing, how big it's going to be in Europe, and that it's going to happen with either if every single one of us stops it, it's still going to happen. I'm like, I know about it so much earlier than everybody, and that's partial luck. You have to be at the right place at the right time, and then I really made the decision that I'm going to make this work. And you know, you look at network marketing companies, and really there are 3 stages to them. You have the foundation stage where you know, it's the first 18 months, and 90% of the network marketing companies, they really go bankrupt within those 18 months because lack of structure, lack of leadership, and all of that stuff. So Vemma's in year 9. They're the official energy of the Phoenix Suns, and you really have a lot of credibility. And they do more than 120. My bad, guys. They do more than $120 million in sales.
Sponsored by Michael Jordan.
Yeah, it was by Charlotte Bobcats. It was on Dr. Oz's show. Product of the Year by Miss Fitness Magazine. So you really have the credibility behind it. And when a company hits 100 million, it moves into the critical stage. So a lot of people are already making money, and people see that, and they want to duplicate it. And then the duplication happens, and a lot of people make a lot of money really, really fast. That's when it goes to really $1 billion within the next 3 years. And that's what we're having here. That by the end of 2015, this will be $1 billion company, and they will pay out $500 million through people who brought up this company. And then really, you have this growing in the U.S. right now, 65,000 people. But the people who are really gonna profit of it are gonna be the people in Europe. I was thinking about it. Okay, it's working in the U.S., but can it work in Europe as well? And I saw that. I think with their parents it would have been kind of hard because they're really skeptical. But all of us are really, open-minded and looking towards the future because of so many opportunities. So really, with the young people, you have 2/3 of the revenue generated in the U.S. and 1/3 generated everywhere else in Europe, Asia, and so on. And then the big network marketing companies like Amway, which are like more than 50 years old, you have 2/3 of the revenue generated in Asia and Europe, and 1/3 generated in America. So that's gonna flop, and everybody who's working on it in Europe now, they're gonna get a big part of that. So really, what my job is to really show you guys a way to how to generate the income in the 21st century. And there's probably just like 4 things holding you back right now. One thing is you don't really know how this works. You don't really understand it. So if that's the case, really come up to us, ask us any questions. The second one is you don't believe it can happen. It's like you see maybe Alberto is making some money, Jeff is making some money, I'm making some money, but maybe you don't see it for yourself. So that's like really, I encourage you to look at the situation we're in here in Maastricht. More than 10,000 students, everybody's from somewhere else. We can really build up a network here all over the Netherlands, all over France, Belgium, Germany, etc. So that's like the second thing, you don't believe it. The third thing is
He's from Lithuania. No, I'm not. They are.
I didn't know. So then the third thing is, you don't have the time, and the time is like a lot of times just like a motivational issue. If I really want to think that I want to do something, I can make the time. Like Kenny said, he does math life, he does he studies, he does Vemma. So really finding time is not really the issue. It's more about the motivation, and that I think that's the same for finding the money. So if you really would want to find the money, there's always a way. So with this is gonna go on to $1 billion company within the next 3 years. And the thing is, my brother always asks me, so is there any stock I can buy in this? Because if I buy some stock in it, okay, I invest money and it's gonna grow and I don't have to do anything. And that's like the good part, that there's no stocks in it. Your business is you can grow it as big as you want to, and you have your own share of the company. And thinking about this, I think that's what everybody wants. Like you get paid out for whatever work you're doing. So with that, thank you very much for everybody for coming out. I think it's getting pretty cold, so everybody get the numbers, maybe even move inside. So really,
we're gonna take a short break, and then Jeff is gonna cover the how you actually get paid. How does it actually work? This all sounds great, but we want to see how you get paid. So we're just gonna take a break. We could probably go inside if everyone's cold. So
okay, thank you very much.